Okay, this is part two of a video that I put together. Just a time lapse of removing this causeway here that crossed the Yakima River over to Bateman Island. This causeway's been here since 1939, 1940, when some farmers built it so they could get their cattle over here to the island. So a few years back, the Corps decided they wanted to take this island out and allow the Yakima to free flow around it, hoping to get rid of the stagnant water, which is in the background there, and also to let the salmon have a freer access to the Yakima River. We do have breached this causeway, and the water is now flowing. We've got a lot of current going around the island. Like I say, for the first time in about 85 years, 86 years. So we'll looking down the Yakima here and the Columbia there in the distance. She dumps in right there. They've actually been making pretty short work of this. They started this back at the end of December. I walked the island for the last time, just before Thanksgiving, and did a 3.5 mile walk there around the island. You dump trucks have been just rolling down through here, and the parking lot has been full of spectators. Everybody has their own opinion on the island and what's going on. And there seems to be some bitter feelings. Some people are happy that it's getting done. I'm on the happy side. That blue algae and that stagnant water really doesn't serve anybody. And you can still access this island with a canoe or a rowboat or whatever you want to get over there. Uh, some guys say they even swim over there. So, hey, if somebody's going to swim over there, more power to them. I get exercise going both ways. And whoa, there was a seagull. Always make me nervous, those gulls swarming around. Get up here a little higher. Now, this morning, this is toward the end of January here, as you can see, and very cold morning. And I chose to just leave it blue because it basically shows how cold it is out there. Got a little fog in the distance there. And I was a little nervous about flying. Probably going to be a short flight anyway today because of the props. I thought, man, could probably get some ice buildup. Come back the next day, a little nicer, not quite as cold, but just wanted to check it out again, just to get another look at it here, where it's not so cold and I can fly around a little better. They got the silk screen in position there and the water running around it. Uh, they're doing a really good job there of containing the silt, I think. Got to keep in the thing in context is that Yakima is running muddy anyway, so you're not gonna have the clearest of water running past here, not this time of year. Thought it'd be kind of nice to take a run up the bike path here. This little view. There's a park here down below. Mini parks between here and the 395 bridge, about 5 miles. The Columbia Park there, 5 to 7 miles, and little green areas along the way. Park areas, picnic areas. And got your boat launch here for kayaks and canoes, uh, which is real handy for a lot of kayakers out here in in the summertime. I think they're going to enjoy this a lot better as well. Water's not going to be near as nasty. I kind of think you can see the Yakima back there in the distance as it curves around and dumps in right there. Now, it used to just push out to the center of the Columbia right there. It'd get to pumping pretty good. It looked like chocolate milk running in out there. So I'm thinking that that's going to kind of change course there. And I'm wondering how it's going to change the fishing at that end of the island. We'll see here in the spring. We'll get out there for sure. Another little short cruise downstream here. Looks like next week they should pretty much have this wrapped up. Right now, you pretty much have a free-flowing river going through here. Out in front of us here, you can see the boat dock sticking out there. And that is boat ramp. It used to be a marina that stretched out there between the trees there. And there were boat houses and covered marina, people left their boats there year round. And once they decided to do this project, they took out a large section of the boat docks and got rid of the marina area. So now we just have this little stubby dock out here, but still a real nice place to launch your boat. There's several boat launches here along the way. There's another one up by the Blue Bridge in Clover Island, so on this side, and Columbia Point further upstream. So we're not in any want for boat ramps or access to the river, and that's just this side. So another little look at it there. I think that little buoy down here measures current. I'm not sure. They put those in there before they started. Do a little droney here, taking off. This will be my last flight for this video. I'm gonna make a little trip around the island here. You can see the muddy water here of the Yakima going through the new channel now and spilling out into the Columbia. That little island off there in the distance, that channel there's a lot of salmon caught there during the late summer, early fall. There's a salmon run that comes up here. On the other side of the Columbia, we're over the Columbia right now. That's the Pasco side. There's a boat launch over there in the park. There's several of those that dot that side as well. Boat launches, parks. You can see a fisherman out there in the channel, anchored up. And I don't know, maybe it's, I don't think, but maybe it might be sturgeon that they're fishing for, or maybe possibly walleye. I usually don't anchor up to fish for walleye, but maybe I'm missing something. And a couple other fishermen here. They're right in the stream of the Yakima, so you can clearly see the Yakima going around the tip here, but this current is nothing like it used to be, and that river's running pretty hard right now, so it really would pump out to the center of the river here. It'd push pretty hard out there, but now it seems like a lot of it's going around the other side, and you can definitely see a color difference there between the Columbia and the Yakima. pretty good stain going around there. But you know, one of the things I think too is you can see that as the Columbia comes in here, it's kind of pushing into this little cove. So I think it's kind of pushing back against the Yakima here. It'll be interesting once the Yakima settles down and gets into its normal flow, what this will do around here. But you can definitely see the water stain here of the Yakima. By the time it gets down here, it's usually running like at this time of year and in the spring. It can be high and muddy, and it usually leaves its mark in the river. Now you can see how it's kind of spilling around here. That's the Yakima off to the right. I kind of was wondering if this wouldn't turn into kind of a mud flat out here at some point, especially when the river gets back to its normal self. It I can see already since they've opened up the causeway that the level has dropped here, and you can see it on the sides of the islands here. Those islands are kind of sticking out more than what they were before. The shores are a little bit bigger. Same thing with the Bateman Island side. I think it's made a difference already as far as water level back here. I don't think it's near as deep. Now, off in the distance there, that's the Richland Y. That used to be all kind of industrial farm. And now it's more, medical. There's dermatology, dentistry, a couple of Cadillac medical centers back in there, apartments, restaurants up here along the river. So it's changed considerably. There used to be a drive-in theater there, the Y. When I was a kid, we used to always, that's where we'd go to the drive-in a lot of the times. And you can see the boat dock there for the kayakers. And looks like they just finishing up a little bit on the shore, but the silk screen is gone. We pretty much have an open channel here. I got that silk screen coiled up there on the bike path. I would say by weekend you'll probably see all this wrapped up and loaded out. Right now, they've been holding back a lot of rocks, and I can see they're placing rocks along the edge of the river there. So, well, I think we will wrap up this video and call this one a good one. Time to put this drone on the ground. Thanks for watching.